6 weeks after letting a two-shot lead slip away on the final round of Augusta Masters, Brooks Koepka has held on to win the PGA Championship. This is not just a big win for Koepka, but also for the Saudi-backed LIV Golf Series, who now have two reigning major winners. This win propels Koepka to the top 5 of the world rankings, and should he now be included in the US Ryder Cup team? That's the question we are asking in this light. Hello and welcome to WION Sports Extra. I am Nikhil Mathur and I'm joined by my sports writer Divya Singh Deo and by my colleague Vidur Kathuria. This win has several meanings for Koepka as well as the LIV Golf Series. You know, if I take you back from the starting, you have covered LIV Golf, you have been to an event. It started as, like, it was said that washed up players have joined the league. There were all these memes about 54 holes. But now, after two majors, how do you sum it up? Because they have silenced their critics.
Oh, it's a major PR coup. I mean, this is the best thing that could ever happen to LIV. In fact, we spoke to Anirban Lahiri last week to set up the US PGA, and I asked him this question. I said, what do you have to say to people who are saying that, oh, they are all washed up players? He said, this is serious golf. He said, yes, we are playing 54 holes. Fair enough. But we are all pretty much at the top of our game. Yeah. I mean, you would think, okay, some of them you could say are washed up, but then golf is a sport where you don't win all the time. Sergio Garcia won the Masters in 17. For a long time, he had not won anything. Yeah. Does that make him less of a contender? Brooks Koepka, this is his 5th major title, and he's always contended at the majors. But if you could look at his career performance on the PGA Tour, he had only 9 wins. So just 4 outside of the majors. Yeah. The Tiger Woods only plays the majors right now, right? So the majors are today your defining tournaments in golf. And if these players are going out there, you had Patrick Reed inside the top 4, Mickelson and Koepka tied for 2nd at the Masters. Here you had DeChambeau tied for 4th, and he led also. And you also had Cam Smith finishing inside the top 10. So this argument that, oh, these LIV guys can't cut it, I think it's been exposed. Everyone who was saying, oh, 54 holes is not golf, has egg on his or her face. And this has larger ramifications. This suddenly makes LIV golf acceptable. Because if you can take on the best in the world at a major and challenge for it, lead it, win it, anyone else who says no is today looking, I'm sorry to use the word, but is looking like an idiot.
Absolutely. And what a story, Brooks Koepka. I was watching the documentary on Netflix, Full Swing. He said, you know, he was going through injuries, and except the 2017 to 2019 period, he wasn't winning. But what a turnaround. How do you look at it?
Well, this is, I think, his first major since 2019.
Yeah, when he defended this,
so he's a 5-time major winner now.
More than Rory.
Yeah,
more than Rory.
Rory hasn't won a major for a long time.
14, yeah.
But there was a time when Brooks Koepka was undoubtedly the best golfer in the world.
You know, I just remember, were you here in 18 when I interviewed, 19 when I interviewed John Ram. What did he say? Yeah. He said, I want to win a major, hopefully Brooks can back off for a while. Yeah. That was the aura Brooks Koepka had, because not just was he winning majors, Vidur, he was also contending. Yeah. He was tied for 2nd or 2nd. I think the 4 majors he has finished 2nd or tied for 2nd, and he's got 8 or 9 top 10s overall, excluding the wins. Yeah. This is a guy who delivers only at the majors, while Rory, a great player, but he's not contended at a major for a while.
Sort of has found his form after joining LIV Golf.
Yeah, and you get the feeling when Koepka gets on a streak, it lasts for a while, and he has that aura and confidence about him. When he's on the top of his game, he believes that he can beat anyone.
He has swagger like Viv Richards.
Yeah, exactly. He has that swagger. And it's great for the game of golf to get that kind of guy back, on his A game. It's brilliant. And coming to the LIV point, I think, people were talking about majors without LIV golfers. Well, as a fan, or as just a sporting spectacle, the majors is what golf is all about. And to not have LIV golfers at these events, I'm sorry, it just won't be the same. It will be like any other tournament then.
But I think that argument is over. I think after the Masters, with the ratings were through the roof, and what has happened here, I think all major organizers, which is the British Open, the Royal and Ancient, are not going to think twice. So should we have LIV guys? Because see, ultimately it's a business. It's about the product. The PGA Tour is different. The majors are supposed to be the big daddies of them all, right? Like the 4 Grand Slams in tennis. They sit very differently from where the ATP is. Nobody wants their product. And in fact, they could be issuing more invitations coming up if it's going to give them more viewership.
Yeah, the reason why I said it was Tiger Woods, I think, was the one who said that. I can't believe that these golfers would put their participation at a major, at risk. And that is completely off the table now. So these guys will be participating. In fact, it adds that bit of edge, that competitive edge. Although Anirban Lahiri obviously said that things have been very extremely cordial between the PGA and LIV golfers, but as a spectacle for the fans, it adds that bit of edge. And of course, they have proven, not just Koepka, as we mentioned, the guys who finished in the top 10, that they definitely are at the top of their game.
And also what it's exposed, Nikhil, is this world ranking system. The world rankings are irrelevant. And I think people should see reason and should abandon the world ranking or take the world ranking before all these guys got kicked out. Because where was Brooks Koepka before the major? 200 something. Phil Mickelson, 400 something. They're there. Okay, they are playing because they won a major. So Sergio couldn't play because his exemption got over. But these players have it in them to take on. Dustin Johnson may not have finished very well. It was a brood of a course. Just 9 players finished under par. But he was there in the mix on day one, right? You do not contend at the majors unless you have something. And these players are not ranked 40, 50 in the world. And the more this tamasha, again, the word I don't want to use, but I'm using, continues, it just makes a mockery of this world ranking system. You're just playing on a different tour. It's okay. Get over this ego. The other day, the person with the most amount of egg on his face was probably going to be Zach Johnson, who's the captain of the American team. I don't know what they're playing, what course they're playing on. No, I haven't thought about taking them in my team. Well, now you know what course they're playing on.
Yeah, because he said he won't attend LIV tournaments.
Yeah.
Well,
but now, and I think we need to make this differentiation here. The Ryder Cup is not the best of the PGA Tour versus the best of the European Tour. The Ryder Cup was set up as the 12 best golfers of America against the 12 best golfers of earlier Great Britain, Northern Ireland, and then it became Europe. The PGA of America, not the PGA Tour, the PGA of America are stakeholders in the Ryder Cup, along with the European Tour. So while Coulter, Garcia have resigned their membership of the European Tour, they're no longer eligible to play the Ryder Cup. But Brooks Koepka hasn't withdrawn. He's a member of the PGA of America. And push comes to shove. If it comes to an American team wanting to go out there and win in Rome, they'll pick the players. And who will look stupid? The European Tour. Cause civil war is this warring factions. Please fight and do what you want.
Players are not.
The Ryder Cup is beyond all this.
Beyond all this.
The Grand Slams, I'm asking you, why did Wimbledon create such a big issue? Was the Grand Slams are supposed to be neutral. That's why when they kept out the Russians and Belarusians, and then they've had to take them in this year, right? It's been an embarrassing climb down.
And I think the Americans haven't won on the European soil since 1993, so they also need to figure that out. And he's now in the top 5. And is there some qualification system based on ranking also?
No. So they obviously can't qualify because of the PGA Tour. They're not members, but there are captain's picks. You can make it as a captain's pick.
How many captain's picks?
Europe has, I think, 6. 6. I think Europe has 6. I think America, it's 8 qualify and then 4 as captain's picks. May have changed. I'm just going to come back on that.
But it's difficult to leave out a major winner.
Tight second and a major winner. And you don't play him, then don't give me this rubbish that it's the best 12 players in America. No, it's not. Brooks Koepka deserves to be on that team, irrespective of where he plays.
But so far, Zach Johnson's comments, it doesn't seem like he's considering LIV players.
No, hang on, but that is before this tournament. But again, Zach Johnson will have to report to the PGA of America. Who have picked him. The PGA Tour hasn't made him the captain of the American team. And I think for the majors to have this spectacle, you need to have the best players playing at the Ryder Cup, or else you are again devaluing the Ryder Cup. You can say whatever, but you are devaluing the Ryder Cup. And I don't think that one of the oldest and grandest tournaments, 3-day event in golf, should be held hostage by civil war.
Civil War. And also the Ryder Cup has been the value of the Ryder Cup. It's once in 2 years, and the fact that what makes it so special is that you see the best golfers in the world, but you see them playing for a team. That's what makes it special. And these guys, especially the European guys, time after time they say that they love playing in the team format. That's what attracts some players to the LIV Tour, because they love that feeling of being part of team. And Ryder Cup is something special, and the fact that it's in Rome. After how many years?
But last time when they won, it was in Paris, just outside Paris in Versailles.
Yeah.
Le Golf National. No, the greatest player in golf we have seen, Tiger Woods, has a miserable record in Ryder Cup. Even Phil Mickelson doesn't have a great record. The best record, who? Sergio Garcia. Lee Westwood, winning 7 teams. Poulter, 5. Garcia, 6. Most points, Garcia. It doesn't mean that they're a better golfer than Tiger Woods. No, but that format.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why the Americans struggled so much is they could never sort of get that team bonding going. They got it last time.
Yeah.
And even when they won before that, remember Brooks, Koepka and DeChambeau having that massive feud, but then coming together and sort of having a hug for the team.
When they won the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, last time, Wisting Straits, it was a hammering on the Europeans. But I think from LIV Golf's point of view, this is massive. Expect Greg Norman to make a lot of noise.
Yeah, and rightly so.
Yeah.
And whatever PGA said in the starting, they also changed their rules a bit. What LIV did was to make golf more modern and more entertaining, and they have been successful.
They say that they want to make it modern, and there is obviously an audience for it.
Yeah.
Why will all these players go? Brooks Koepka has accepted at that stage last year. He didn't know if he could even walk because he obviously had massive injury issues. But those who have gone, why did Cameron Smith go? Cameron Smith won the Open and went because he felt that he wanted to have a life outside of golf.
And of course, financial stability is there, but
He was the world number 2 at the time.
Yeah.
Just won the Open, the biggest star on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, and he joined. Yeah. And you have been to LIV Golf event, and people are there.
Yeah.
It's fully crowded.
No, and what we're now seeing at the start of the year, maybe the spectacle wasn't there. But you look at Dustin Johnson winning in a playoff, beating Cam Smith. You want to see the best players go at each other. And I'm telling you, the team format is also very interesting. It's still to catch on. But I really love that team format.
Yeah.
And initially it's confusing, but then when I saw how they played out the finale last year in Miami, where it's 1 versus 1, one team versus one, you want to see a contest. Golf has its audience. It's like Test cricket and the T20 debate.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions?
I think we're getting some. Let's see.
Questions, or we can take them.
Not yet. No questions? We have a poll.
Should Brooks Koepka be on the US Ryder Cup team? 60% say yes, he should be. 40% probably.
Almost
PGA.
2/3.
40% say no, he should not
Interesting. Okay. No WION Sports today. They'll tell you why.
be. New brandings?
Yes, we are
Relaunching
as WION World of Sport. So at 6:30 p.m. IST, we will have a new look, exciting new look. All of us are excited for that, and definitely tune in for that. And what do we have?
Obviously, Koepka.
Koepka, we have Manchester City celebrated their title with a 1-0 win over Chelsea. But I'm more interested in the German Bundesliga.
Bayern Munich, where did they? It's been very interesting.
Yeah.
There was Dortmund were on top, and then Tuchel comes in, he wins few, and they lose to Leipzig 1-3 at home.
But Tuchel has a terrible record since he joined Bayern Munich. I mean, I'm not saying his job is at risk, but I think he's lost more games than Nagelsmann did in the entire season. And
I just think that team is not the right fit. They need to ship people off.
Yeah.
They need to rebuild the team and go again. And I think this loss could.
And Dortmund, the last time Dortmund won the league,
20.
Bayern
Klopp?
completely rebuilt the way the club functioned. And of course, we know what happened after that. They won 10 in a row.
Klopp, right?
Klopp, yes.
Klopp.
20, 11, 12.
Two.
They won back to back.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Gutsa, Royce.
Yeah.
Lewandowski?
That's great. They had
Hummels, Matt Hummels.
just fantastic team.
Hummels.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and of course, we have action from the NBA where Miami Heat are just one win away from reaching the NBA Finals. What a story that is! They completely obliterated the Boston Celtics, 128 to 102 point win, and Jimmy Butler didn't even play well.
You're forgetting something else.
And also-
you're forgetting someone else. Someone who doesn't like clay.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
We did a story on who are the top contenders at the French Open. I think we should add another name to it.
We said anyone but Medvedev. When he goes and wins the biggest title, world number 2. Djokovic has fallen to number 3. Alcaraz new number 1. What a story that is.
So yeah, that and much more on our new really branded show, WION World of Sports at 6:30 p.m. IST. Do tune in.
Everyone loves a contest. But sport isn't just about victory and defeat. When the GOATs in sport speak, you hear it first on WION.
You have to play good cricket over a period of time.
I should push myself right out of the damn tournament.
We go beyond the stats. Our stories are quoted the world over.
At WION, sport is part of our DNA. Come, join us on this journey. Weekdays 6:30 p.m. IST, 1 p.m. GMT.